Hello, this is Kevin Lee, and I was just wanting to share with y'all the saddle hunting system that I put together over the last week, and just share that with you and see whether y'all like it or not. Here's the saddle that I'm using. It's an old retired Versatile saddle that I used for tree climbing for years and years, and probably 15 years. It has a hard bosun seat like a swing, makes it very comfortable to sit in for long periods of time. What I'm climbing with is a Unisender made by Rock Exotica, and it's just a rope grab that'll slide up and down when you want it to. Grabs the rope, real easy to get on, real easy to get off. Now I'm using a Climbing Technology foot ascender on my right foot, and on my left leg I'm using a homemade Haas system knee ascender. The rope that I'm using is a Yale Kernmaster. This is the Safari. It comes in different color combinations. It is a Kern mantle rope, but it's a braided core. Now the core is about 90% of the rope and takes almost all of the strength. And the cover is just to protect the core. The really good thing about the Kernmaster is the braided core. Usually the Kern mantle ropes have a parallel core and it's very stiff. This rope is very pliable and it takes knots very well. I was going to put some splices in this on the end, some eye splices, but I decided not to because it does take a knot so well, and when you put a splice in it, it stiffens up the end. Now to show you how quick and easy this is to put on, you just step through the saddle. Pull it up, tighten it so it's comfortable, leg straps, you're in the saddle, take the neck strap, throw it over your neck, and what it does is as you're climbing the rope, it pulls the Unisender up so it's not dangling down by your feet. The foot ascender and the knee ascender go on just as quick. Foot ascender goes around your foot, tightens up and locks. Take the bungee around your knee. Foot ascender slides over your foot and tightens down with the strap. Now we're ready to go. Walk out to the tree with my backpack. I set up all my trees with some paracord that runs up the tree and goes over a limb so that I can quickly run a rope up in any tree I decide to go to that day. When I get to the tree, I just take the rope out, shove the end of the rope out of the bag, untie the rope from the base of the tree, tie it to the end of the rope, pull the rope up over the top of the limb, back down. I'm going to tie it off with a bowline with the Yosemite tie off, which goes back through the middle and back up through the loop. Then make sure that you have enough tail and the tail secured so that there's no way for that knot to come back out. Then I take the end of my rope and I'll tie it right beside the bowline with a clove hitch and 2 half hitches. And then pull the rope back up. The reason I tie this on there is twofold. One, I can use it for my bow, and two, when I get done, I can pull the rope right back out again. Pull the rope out, put it up all at the same time. Now that's ready to go. Take the paracord, tie it onto my bow for a pull up for my bow, and it's all ready to go. I love this Unicenter because it's so quick and easy to put the rope in. What it has is it has these alternating grooves that the rope slides in. Just take the rope, pop it in them one at a time. That's it. It's locked up, ready to go. Slip into the top of it, and it locks. Run the rope over the top, and you can use it like a figure 8 to come down. Put my gloves on. Then lift up the knee, put the knee in, lift up the foot, put the foot in, and I'm ready to go. There's my steps. I have 3 steps. And my bow holder. Get up to where you want to be. Just unclip the foot ascender. When I get to where I want to be, I unhook the foot ascender and the knee ascender, and I'm ready to go. I have 3 steps, which allows me to move completely around the tree from one side to the other. More than 360 degrees. Easily placeable, any shot, anywhere I want it to be. Now the thing about having a rope that's tied up high in the tree, while I'm waiting, I can go ahead and move up the tree, hide out in the brush, be a little bit less visible for any critters coming around. Now, I already have my bow tied off, and I can pull my bow up and hanging on my bow hook. So I'm going to do that now. And I'll have it ready to go. I have my bow sitting here, and I use my bow stand to hold my bow up when it's on the ground before I pull it up, and I put it back on so I can set my bow back down on the ground on the bow stand so it's not laying over sideways in the grass. Now I'm about 45 feet up in the air probably. I'm way up here. I'm way up in the foliage now, in front of me and behind me, giving me plenty of camouflage. But yet I can still see what's going on around me. Now when I see something coming my way, I can quickly just zip down and get set up before they get close enough for my movement to bother them. Now from here, I can stay behind the tree, watch the deer coming down the path, and then when it's time, I can reach over and grab my bow, swing around, and take the shot. Just like that. Then when I get finished, I can just drop my bow back down and go ahead and come out of the tree. And there's the bow back on the ground, standing up like it's supposed to be. Now to come down, all I do is I wrap the rope across the top, I pull on it, breaks all this down, and it allows the rope to slip. Lines everything back up, allows the rope to slip, and I'll be able to just ease down on the rope, and let the rope run, and come right back to the ground. When I get to the ground, it's just a matter of seconds to get the rope out and be ready to go. Now to get my rope back, just the same process in reverse. I'll untie my bow from the paracord, and I'll tie these two pieces back together. With a sheet bend. Pull on the cord. Pull the rope down. Untie the bowline. Pull the rope back up. Get the paracord back in the tree. And untie the paracord. And I'm ready to tie it off until next time. That's all she wrote. Hey, one more thing. Y'all will notice that on my saddle, I do not have a lineman's belt. and I do not have a lanyard, a positioning lanyard of any kind. That's because I already have my rope set up in the tree where I want it, and I'm not going to need a lanyard in the way for anything that I'm going to be doing. And I will at no time ever be disconnected from my main climbing line that is holding me up in the tree. So there's really no point in having it down here in the way, getting tangled up on anything else. I do want to say that this saddle that I'm wearing right here is heavier than the commercially made hunting saddles on the market. They probably weigh about a pound. This one weighs about 3.5 maybe. But the thing I like about this is the back. And this thing is real wide, and it's sturdy. So when you're sitting up there in the saddle, you can lay back into it and rest your lower back the whole time and not have near the fatigue on your lower back. The other thing I like is this hard seat. Makes it just like sitting in a swing at the park. So you can just sit down in it. It relieves the pressure on your hips and in between your legs and on your arteries in your legs where you can get suspension trauma. So it just makes it really nice. So anyway, I'll take care.